Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at another new tangle from our Tangle Addicts community. This is Sun Spin Flower from Cassie Armstrong. Today is Thursday, so we got to have fun premiering this tangle in our Tangle Time sessions. If you're interested in taking tangling, that's not necessarily a class, tangling with other people online. um, Link to my website is in the description section. We'd love to have you join us. I'll show samples from what we did later. uh, Make sure, if you're if you're interested, and maybe not live but even after the fact, if you go to my website and uh, follow my blog. On the right hand side, there's a place to put your email address in. When I send out the recaps afterwards, then you'll see. And I have recap videos from the classes because we record them. This quickie video, step out, all of the stuff, and screenshots, and we have a lovely time. We really do, and it's kind of more tangling with my mom and myself, and then seeing what everybody else does. It's a great conversation. Just it's just really fun. It's one of those you just got to experience it. All right, so this one starts off with an orb in the center of wherever you want to have this placed, and of course, whatever size that you want. Um, then from there, we're gonna do so I'm doing a curved line coming on one side, and then almost as if it's an S shape on the other side. So in the spin part is, and actually then after this, let me do this one part, is to put either a straight-ish or curved line uh, closing off that curved line. Uh, so the idea that Cassie had was, is kind of, to continue these around. I found it easier, and you can do whatever you want, of course, but I found it a little bit easier to kind of do the same thing. Let's see if I can make my curve lines a little bit more curvy. Um, so that way I have, a cross or an X, depending on whichever way you look at it, and then do it again. Oh, okay. And then this way, and then this way, say, and continuing to do it in the same shape. Okay, that's just going to be an interesting shape there. And then we're going to go around. And as you know, it's Zentangle. There's no such thing as a mistake. We can course correct anything. Okay, so when you have them around, and you don't, like I said, you don't have to do them this way. And if you end up with a bigger orb, and you just want to do that, fill them in going all the way around, completely up to you. Then she has us doing an orb around the outside. And then a second orb around the outside. And then um, on either side, and she has this on two sides. And I'll in the For More Inspiration link, you will see her inspiration. And this is kind of like leaves coming on the outside. So and I didn't separate this step on mine. Um, Maybe at some point I will. Well, that's going to be my leaf like this. And then you can either have them separate like that, or you could have them, where they kind of go behind each other. This side I've done a little bit bigger, and apparently straight. That's all right. That one's going to be weird looking. There we go. Keeping them separate, and then she has us putting like just a straight line in, well, or a curved line kind of down the center. I like to do it and curve it because then it adds a little character, and no matter how they turn out, it ends up looking neat. Like I said, it adds character. So that's essentially it. Oh no, one more step. add some little dots around. Now, of course, you can have as much fun as you want with this, playing with it, adding other things. Like I said, I'll show you what we did. We're going to do a little bit of shading on this one, though, first. And I'm thinking, well, let's put some on this outside. I'm almost thinking I want to. I have a couple ideas rolling around in my head. Okay. But this is kind of neat because then you can make it so that the ring kind of pops up, and of course you could decorate that ring however you want. I'm gonna leave it plain because that way I'll just show you, what I have done here, and then let's do this. I'm just using what's left on my tortillon on that side. I don't want that straight line. Yeah, and then could even just put a little bit at the tip. These ones are just going to end up looking a bit gray. Just come down a little bit. That way I've got some of the natural tile color there. Gives it a little bit of a curve. Totally neat. Although I do feel the need to do something. A lot of times when I have, let's not use that. When I have things kind of coming into a center like this, it usually gets a little sloppy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to neaten it. I'm going around a little bit of the outside because some of these ends didn't line up. And then let's just add a little shine. Like that. Neat. Sometimes I like to have some kind of a contrast, something that's just a little bit darker versus it's all just lines. That's just me. But like I said, you can have fun decorating from here even. But here's some are finished and some are not. This one is kind of finished. So I had fun. This one I decided to go all the way around the outside, just because. And of course, so in this ring, I did orbs and one of the background. This was a prepped tile. A while back, we did this was a paid class that where we just played with different things to, and I was calling it prepping a tile. This was, I think it was a stamp pad. I didn't write it down in the back. That's always a key thing. Anyway, nice and shiny metallic. You can see the gold actually even coming through what's on top of it. And then just had some fun with it. This one I decided to fill in the spinner part because they needed to be a little evened out, and that's where she was like, "Yep, that is the next thing that I could do is I could do some course correcting and fill those in. But they're okay the way they are." So that's one thing, and then this, which is another prepped tile, and not quite finished. This was from our evening session, and I haven't finished having fun with it, but I did want to show because it just decided to do it on a Zendala, and just had a lot more fun having it kind of off center. This is another prepped tile, and wanted to kind of go with some of the pattern that was already there and have fun with it. So anyway, just to give you some ideas on how you can have fun with it. Again, if you subscribe to my blog, you will see the results as soon as I get those out. It does take me a couple days to gather everything and get everything posted, but fun tangle, and it's just such a hoot to have people in our little community that see something, and I'll have the inspiration in there as well, and go through the process of deconstructing into the elemental strokes, which are the straight line, the S shape, C shape, orb, and dot. and see if it can it be broken down into those steps, or into those strokes, and be then put into steps to be uh, duplicated. So it's you know a lot. It's a lot. It's work, and it's a lot of fun to share these, and yeah, just lots of fun. Lots of fun. All right. So with that, if you enjoyed this, would love to have click like. Feel free to share it, comment, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I mentioned the description section, again, links to the step outs, as well as links to my website, our Facebook group, ways to connect with me. Would love to have you tangle along with us next time. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.